Hello everyone, today is Tuesday. I'm just going to be showing you real quick some really cute cards that I made. I'm going to be using the paper pumpkin kit. This is the kit from March, and you can see on here the really cute cards that they give the directions to. Now these are really cute kits for on the go. It is for the avid stamper or the beginner. It gives you all the directions. What's really cool about these kits is if you want to make some alterations to kind of amp up your kit, I'm going to show you how to do that today. But on the back, it tells you exactly what coordinating colors. So you can match up all your colors. So we are going to be creating some really beautiful cards. Let me just kind of show you what's in the kit. Now there isn't much left of this kit because I've already used a lot of it. You do get these really gorgeous envelopes. Aren't they pretty? I love that kind of coloring. It's really bright and cheerful. So there's those. This is just a little flyer that comes with. But in your kit, you do get 2 stamp sets. So this March, or this last March, we ended up getting 2 stamp sets. So these are very versatile. Let's see here, there's Happy Easter, or a big happy, and then there's Easter, spring, anniversary, to call you friend, and then you get this stamp set here as well, and this was, so you gotta read upside down here, to a wonderful mother, so there's some Mother's Day stuff in here. Sending all your love to an incredible woman, a birthday. So you got 2 stamp sets. You also got a Stampin' spot. And I don't have it in here because I've already put it away, but it was a polished pink. In here you did get some labels. So I've used labels, obviously. You got some punched out little like flower pots. In here you got 3 sheets of these wonderful punch outs. So there were some really pretty leaves with some gold embellishments in there and some of the purple. And then you got these big labels. So again, there's not a whole lot left because I've already used it because I absolutely love this kit. Be sure to sign up for the next kit. I am going to be doing another Facebook Live after I get that kit. So let me just close this one up. And we will start making our beautiful cards. So I'm going to show you the card that came with the kit with the instructions. So this is the card. Oh, and there were also some sheets of this happy in this gold color. Isn't that pretty? So this is how the instructions were. Now let me show you what we're going to do. We're going to kind of amp this up a little bit. So I'll just put that one over here. So I have my pieces. You got 9 sheets of cardstock. So there's 3 different patterns. And you got 3 of each. So this one has like some gold dots. So I'm just simply folding this one in half. And I am, let's see here, have to look at my card that I did make. All right, so I punched out a label. We're going to stamp our sentiment on there. I pulled out the happy and a bunch of these leaves that came in the kit. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking our mini glue dots. We're going to be using a lot of these to attach our plants. So I'm just taking some off and it's just rolling on my finger because you want them thin. The leaves on here are pretty thin and we're not putting them all over, so we're just going to put them on the thicker parts of the plant. So maybe 2 or 3 on each plant. And see how I rolled it up? I'll just put that one on there. All right, we'll grab a few more for the other plants. This is probably the most time-consuming part of making these cards. Just turn these all over. There's one there. We'll put one here. And this leaf here. So, really exciting day for Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. Today we get to pre-order out of the new catalog that's coming out. It won't be available to the public until May. So I already got my order in. I can't wait to get all my stuff. We do have a color refresh. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell anyone that, but oops. Anyways, they're going to be changing out some of our core colors, and they are some returning colors. They are some brand new colors. They are gorgeous. We also have brand new in colors. Amazing. All right. So anyways, here's our card base. So we are just going to start layering. So we're going to take a big one, a big piece here, and just lay that here. Take another one. Oop, and grab this one. And then what I did to make some changes is we have this really pretty gold and silver trim combo pack. So there's silver and there's gold. So what I'm going to be doing is just making some strips. I'm just going to use like 3 strips. And I'm just going to get my scissors. So the last chance list is also out. So if there are some items that you are looking for, so the colors that are going away for the in colors would be the, let's see here, soft succulent. What else was there? Goodness, I don't have my list with me. Polished pink. Fresh freesia. Insider news, fresh freesia is staying. Evening Evergreen is leaving, and I think there's one other in color. I know there's a total of 5 in colors, but 4 of them are going away. So, anyways, so I cut 3 strips. So you're going to want to hit that list as soon as possible. So I'm just taking my Stampin' Seal Plus. You want to be very careful not to rip your flowers or your leaves. And I'm just randomly going to put them on here. Just kind of give it a little extra sparkle. And we'll add a little bit more there. There we go. Now I have this center one, and I'm going to add some more of these mini dimensionals on here just to make sure it stays. So be sure to get your favorite colors of the oldest in color kit or colors before they go away, because as you know with the last chance list, once they're gone, they are gone unless they release them back. All right, so we have that. Now we're going to take our happy, and again we're going to put more of those. Actually, I'm going to use the mini dimensionals. So I'm just going to grab like 3. I'm going to put it on the larger portions of the happy. So if you are joining me, welcome. Please be sure to let me know that you're here and that you're watching. And if you could please share my video. All right, so then we will take this happy and we will just put this down here. Okay, I gotta make sure I'm putting this on the right way. Happy, because I'm trying to do this upside down. Alright, so we got happy this way. And now we're going to stamp. So I'm going to be using soft suede. And if you take a look at that last chance list, it kind of gives you an idea as to some of the other items that are going to be going away. So we are going to use the Mother's Day. Make sure that's on here straight. And I'll just juice that up. And this is one of the labels that were included in the kit. You just kind of pop them out. There we go. Just clean that off. And then I'm going to use some of the mini dimensionals. I'll use 3. If you are needing a catalog, if you are a current customer of mine, I do send them out for free. So just shoot me a message and let me know that you need a catalog. If you are not a current customer, the catalogs are $10. You basically PayPal me $10 and I will give you a $10 credit towards your next order. So essentially the catalog is free. Alright, so that's one of the benefits to being one of my customers. You don't get that charge up front. Alright, then I'm going to use these iridescent pastel gems and going to use my Take Your Pick tool. This is an awesome tool. And I'm going to use one of the large gems. And I'm just putting it right in the center of where all those pieces meet. Alright, so this is our first card. This is the card that gave the instructions. This is my one-upped version. So basically all I did was I cut out additional pieces. I added some sparkly trim and added a gem. Super simple. Anybody can do that. Alright, so there is that card. Now our second card. Okay, so this is the card per the instructions in the kit. We're going to jazz it up just a little bit. So here we have the pieces that I'm going to be using. Again, here's that cardstock that comes in the kit. It's already printed with like this little bookshelf. Isn't that cute? Alright, so we're just going to fold this in half. And I popped out some of these little leaves that came in the kit. So we have that. And then what I'm going to do before I layer those on is I'm going to be taking some Highland Heather and we're going to stamp. So we're going to be using this big leaf. And I'm just going to lay that down. I'll get my block. And we're going to stamp it right here on our card. Let's get this juiced up. And we'll just put that right about here. So it is going to go over some of your design on the card, but that's all right. All right, so I got that. I got a little schmutz on there on the side, but that's all right. We can make sure that that gets covered somehow. Then what we're going to do is take our Wink of Stella, and I'm just going to color in, pulling in some of the purple from the ink. So it kind of gives it a little super light color of purple of the Highland Heather. Just going to do that. So it gives it a little tint of purple because this is pulling in or pulling off the ink. And you can go over it a couple times just to add a little more shimmer. I love this stuff. All right, so we'll close this up. Then what we will do is we will take a little pot that was included in your kit. We're going to put a dimensional. I'm just going to put one towards the bottom because I want to slide some of these leaves underneath the pot. So I'm just taking a big dimensional and we're just going to cover this just like that. All right, and now I said we are going to, let's see here, use a lot of those mini glue dots. But what I want to do first is I'm going to take a little sponge dauber and I'm just lightly touching hardly anything on there. And I'm going to take your label and just kind of go along the edge. Just to give it a little bit of color. You don't need a whole lot. I just dab a little. I love these things. Alright, so I just wanted a little extra color. Now, this label was one of the large labels, and I just cut it down the center. So now I have two labels. We're going to stamp our sentiment, and I want to use the You Deserve the Best. I just have to find it. Here we go. Right here. There we go, and I will use this, do I want crumb cake? Nope. You know, I'm going to use soft suede. This way. I hope I got that straight. There we go. You deserve the best. Close this up. And put some dimensionals. So I'm just going to use the leftovers that I have on here. Let's never throw any of these pieces away because you're going to use them. Alrighty. So be sure to check out that last chance list. There's a lot of stuff in there. Once that stuff is gone, it is gone. Alright, so we'll put our sentiment just down here. See, I did the color so it kind of offsets from the white base. And with our little dauber, I have a little pot. And we're just going to give it some light color. And it's an embossed piece. Just brushing it on. Or I should say wiping it on. Alright, let's get a dimensional. We'll add this. And I'm just going to put this like towards the bottom. That's going to be kind of a tipped over container. There we go. Now we have these really cool looking leaves, and we're going to add our mini glue dots. Alright, so we're just going to add a couple of them. Again, I rolled them. You don't need a lot. I'm just going to tuck it under, just like that. Oh, I hear the fighter jets outside. They must be doing some training. And it's freaking out my dog. So you'll probably hear him barking. Alright, so we'll put some on this piece. And tuck that in, and see how I have that little schmutz? We're just going to, it's a technical term, cover that up. There, see? Don't even see it. Now we're going to grab some of these really pretty gems again. And where's my take a picture? Here it is. And we're just going to add some pretty gems on here. So let's see, we'll grab a big one. And put one here. Grab another big one. Let's see, we can put it right up here. And let's grab a little one. All right, so really quick update. Oh, you know what? You know what I forgot? I forgot to use this again. So you're going to pull out a bit, and you're going to put it inside the card, and we're just going to tie a knot. So we don't need, if you want to do a bow, you can do a bow. I just wanted to keep it simple. So you're going to tie a double knot. So you're going to tie the first knot, kind of press it down so it doesn't move on you. And we'll tie a double knot. There we go. Straighten that out how we want it. Trim it up. All right. So here's the card that you could make with the directions in the kit. Here's the one-upped version. So what I did here was I took a different color ink. I used the Highland Heather. I stamped an image on the bookshelf. I used a different pot. I added a pot. I added this really pretty gold trim. Added some embellishments. And a little pot here that came with the kit. Just kind of colored it up. And our sentiment. So here we go. Cute. All right. Put this on the side. And our last card. So here's the card that came with the kit with this pretty window. So the paper looks just like this when you get it. So you fold it in half. And kind of did some pre-work on this one because I'm sure you didn't want to watch me color or cut. You can watch me color. All right. So I stamped this flower image. You can see that. Let's see, here we go. There's the flower image. Now we're going to color, so I'm using the Highland Heather. Oh, actually I'm using Fresh Freesia on these. So I'm going to use the dark first, and I'm going to use the pen side or the marker side, and I'm just going to color along these black inside lines on the flowers. So in one of my groups, there was a question that was thrown out there. When you use your blends, do you use the dark first and then go to the light to blend, or do you start with light and blend into the dark? So put your comment in there. I'm curious. So I usually do my dark first, and then I blend it in with my light. It was pretty much a mixed response. So, and if I feel that there's not enough shading, then I go back with the dark and add a little more. I'm just going to add a little more. I love these blends. These are so cool. Alright, now I will grab some green, and I'm going to be using the dark granny apple green. I'm going to use the marker end. We're just going to color in these leaves. So this kit did not come with the dies like one of the past kits did, where you could add on the dies. So this was just all hand cut You'll hear some people call it fussy cutting. Some fussy cutting I don't mind, but sometimes it's just very, very intricate and it's kind of a pain. Not gonna lie. Alright, looks like I missed one of my flowers. Let's color that in. There we go. So you can get as detailed as you want with the cut. I try and keep a white border around the piece. Alright, so I have that. Now I want to stamp my sentiment, and I need to stamp a pot. So I have my pot right here. Get it on a block. Juice it up. And clean this. And then there is a second part to this. So it kind of gives a little interest to our pot. I'm just going to put that right at the top, just like that. And then I'm going to take my markers. So I'm using the crumb cake, so I have the dark and I have the light. And the dark, I'm just going to kind of go around the edge. This is where I kind of want the shading. Oops. So I'm going to grab my light, and I'm just going to pull that through. I think I need another marker. I think my marker's kind of drying up. See how it's starting to blend? Kind of go back and forth. All right. So we have our clay pot all colored. I'm just going to grab our scissors, fussy cut this out. I didn't pre-cut this just because this is a super simple one. And try and keep a little border around it. There we go. Throw those pieces out. Now I want to stamp my sentiment, and all I did was grab a scrap piece of white paper. And I'm going to use "To a Wonderful Mother." Don't forget, Mother's Day is coming. I'm going to be sure to get on those cards. All right, and I'm going to use my Highland Heather. I'm just going to stamp it in this, just off to the side, because I am going to trim it up a bit. All right. It's a little crooked, but we're going to trim it out. Hopefully I don't make it worse. Move this over, get my paper trimmer. And make this a little shorter. So you could take your scissors and do this as well, but my straight, if I do it freehand, is just not that straight. Alright, so I got a bit of an angle, so I'm going to try and take off some of that angle. Alright, I think that might have just taken off just enough. Nope. Do it this way. I didn't need a new blade on my trimmer. Let's trim off the fuzzies. think I need to add a new blade. There we go. All right, so let's assemble our card. So we have the base, we have the flowers, we have our sentiment, our pot, and then I popped out some of these leaves that came in the kit. I'm just going to fold my paper with the bone folder. There we go. So it lays flat. And we're going to pop this stuff all down. So with this one, I am just going to use a little bit of seal. Because frankly, I'm feeling a little lazy right now. It's just cold and dreary outside. Just going to put that right about here. We'll grab our pot and we'll put some dimensionals on there. We're just going to do it at the bottom because we're going to slide those flowers in. So we're just going to put that right about here so it looks like it's on the shelf of the window. And we're going to put some dimensionals on the back here. And right there. And it's just cold and dreary and windy here in Wisconsin. All right, I'm just going to slide that in. And then what I'm going to do also is take my Wink of Stella, and I just want to color in these petals a little bit. It'll help move that ink around a little bit too. And you can put as much or as little as you want. You want to be careful though when you're doing it. You don't want to squeeze the tube super tight or super hard. One of my first Facebook videos, I was using this and it wasn't coming out, It was brand new, right out of the package, because I wanted to show you how to open it. And I squeezed a little too hard and it just exploded all over my project. It's like, ugh, are you kidding? All right, we have that. Now we are going to put our sentiment over here. Now you don't want to put dimensionals on both sides. We only want to put dimensionals on this side and put seal on that because we already have dimensionals on our pot. So we'll put a dimensional on that side, right here, and then we'll put the Stampin' seal just right here on this side. A little more, there we go. And see how that lays flat? Probably could have trimmed a little bit off of here so you could see more of the pot, but you can always do that. All right, then I have this awesome pack. It is a 3 twine combo pack. Be sure to get yours before they are gone. So you get this pool part, no, this is Coastal Cabana, Garden Green, and Pumpkin Pie. So I'm going to use the Coastal Cabana. I'm just going to tie a super teeny tiny bow. Just go like that. All right, so here we have our little bow. And we'll just trim it. We'll grab some of the little mini dots. I'm going to use 2. And we'll put it right up here. And we'll just shoot that right on. Now we just need to add some bling. This on the side, and let's grab some bling. we're just going to use some of these little ones. Just, let's see here, where should we put these? So put one here, and another little one. We'll put there. All right, so this is the one-upped version. This is the version that comes with the directions in the kit. Oh, which way? This way. Here we go. So now you can see it a little better. Oh, my lighting. Goodness. It's so dark and gloomy, like I said. Probably should turn that one down. There we go. All right, so let me pull out all the cards that we made. So, let's see. We'll put this up here. On one side, I'll have the ones that came in the kit. This was a came in the kit. This was the one-upped version. Cute. Let me just move this over just a little bit. And then, what do we got here? We got, oh, no, I used that one already. That was my sample. And then here was the one that came in the kit. And here's the one-upped version. So let me know what you think. I think these are really cute. Be sure to sign up for your next paper pumpkin kit. I do have the link attached to my video. And each month I will be doing a video showing you the cards that were made in the kit versus the one-upped cards. So, all right, well, you all have a wonderful rest of the day, and be sure to check out that last chance list. All right, have a good one. God bless.